Stu and Rob. Oh, alright then. Here's me trying to put some entertainment into proceedings and changing the way that we do stuff, but no, you just look at me. Look at me as if I'd started wanking off a Mariaka monkey, which doesn't even exist.
I'm sorry, but I didn't realise we'd started. I was busy, texting all those fangirls of mine.
No, we were just texting them all quick. Yes, fangirls. Yes.
Mass texting.
Not even responding to any questions, just texting them randomly. Yes.
It's terrible. So I get like daily, just droves and droves of mobile numbers in my email.
Droves and droves of texts, all asking the same question. How do we get to tourist information?
I did actually have that one once. She won't leave me alone.
Actually, we did have a girl. I did actually have a girl today ask me where tourist information was. I think she was Portuguese.
I actually had, I don't know what the nationality was, because he didn't actually speak his native tongue. Sometimes you can have a guess.
You leave those native tongues alone.
You can sometimes guess it, what's what. He only spoke like one word of English, and then like a long silence, and then he'd try another word of English.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I understand if you just moved here or something and, you're trying to buy something, keep you entertained when you're not working or whatever. I fully get that and I will do my best to help. But when you come in and all you can do is say tablet and point at the tablets on the back wall, and then you try and explain, and he says SIM card, and he's like, no SIM card, just Wi-Fi. And he just kind of shakes his head and kind of looks at you, and he kind of keeps saying, I know English slow.
You've made an interesting question.
Surely you should have a friend who can come in and speak to us.
You've made me think of something here. Wi-Fi. Is it called something different in different countries?
I don't know.
Internet, you must tell me these things. Come, Internet, tell me the answers to my questions. I suppose we better do introductions.
Could do, but I want to say the following thought on the Wi-Fi, what's it called in different countries. I like the idea that somewhere deep in the Amazon, they know of the existence of Wi-Fi, but they call it the Great Information Sky.
The Information River. Bathe in it.
How do you connect to the Great Information River? Our password is river 2.
It's the digital river too. I'm going Russian.
And I also wonder what it's called in Alan Moore's cave.
See, that just makes me think of...
Sorcery!
That just makes me think of George of the Jungle with the camera. when he's trying to make peace with the guides, and he's just kind of like, look, magic picture! With like the little Polaroid. and the guide's just there, kind of like saying all this stuff in Swahili, and then he pulls out the big Nikon camera and takes a picture. He's like, what did he say? He says he likes your magic pictures, but he prefers the clear resolution of the Nikon 5000. He also says your lens is dirty, but he has the equipment to clean it.
God, that was a terrible film.
But I love it!
Recently, I will get to introductions in a minute. Recently I watched a film.
Hang on, no, I'll just do now. That's Adam, that's Rob, I'm Stu. Boom, done, go.
Lacks panache.
What did you call me?
It lacks him being sexually aggressive to me.
Yeah, I demand that you
I
put
like
more,
it.
Then I'll redo it. That's Adam, I'm Stu, that's Rob, I'm going to fuck him in the butt. There you go.
I want you to try to do it a bit more theatrically.
Alright, this is Rob.
What? Excuse me? What? No.
I love that there was no words there, it was just...
Because I don't need no words for my sexual actions with Rob, it's all just grunts and rolling.
Fair enough. Rob, if you were going to do the introductions this week, how would you have done them?
First of all...
I'm hoping you just sexually abuse yourself.
I'm just going to...
You just can't stop yourself.
Oh, we're not this week, too late.
I'm just going to hit you both with a hammer.
Is that how you do the introductions?
Yeah.
You do a one-man show with two unconscious bleeding bodies lying on the floor.
What's that, Stu? You're bleeding to death? Such a shame. Should have thought about that before you dry humped me.
I never said I would knock you out.
He said he was going to knock us out. Motherfucker!
Don't knock you where? I do believe we have food.
We have food.
I don't know. Ah. Hello? Yes, I shall be down in just a second. Alright, thank you. I'll be there in a sec. Bye-bye.
So
We just
while
started
Adam
this
runs
night.
to get his food, just leave it in the show.
Yeah, I'm going to leave this in the show. I'm going to go get some food. I'll let you two continue.
We should talk amongst ourselves.
Yes. So, after last episode, I have a brief update. I got my second Stunticon.
Ooh.
Yay! He's pretty cool. He's T-Bone, aka not Wild Rider, and he's black and red. He's pretty cool. His old mode doesn't seem to want to clip together as well as Car Crash, but he's still pretty funky. It's just a bit of a shame that he's literally the same. He literally is the same figure as Car Crash.
Is he?
Yeah. Just different body parts. But he's still cool. I'm happy I've got him. 2 out of 5.
See, I really do want to sort of buy some Transformers, but there's nothing.
Get yourself a vehicle.
See, I really cannot afford much at the minute, and the only thing I'm tempted to spend money on is finishing off my Turtles.
Well,
Yeah, I did get the first 3.
all you're missing is Leo, isn't it?
Well, I found some Love to Shop vouchers that I've been given for like birthday and Christmas and that. I thought I've got £20 worth. I'll I'll go see what they've got in Argos, and they had Mikey and a Raph, so bought them.
Down to $7.50.
And then I found out that I had a third voucher, but they didn't have any other characters in. Obviously, we don't have a Toys R Us around here anymore.
Bastards.
Yeah. And there's no way I'm getting to anywhere else, so I've not got a Leo or a... I didn't have a Leo or a Donnie, so ended up buying my Donnie at Asda. But they haven't had any Turtles back in since I got him, which is quite gutting.
So I'm in the same boat because I got like a £5 Argos voucher for like spending. I think it was like spend more than £30 on Lego, and you get a £5 voucher. So I was like, well, fuck it. Then I got the big Chima Lion tank. This was a while ago. So I was like, alright, I'm going to use this voucher. Alright, it expires in a few days. Shit. I'm going to get some of it. And then I got an email going, oh, there's 20% off all Turtles products. Oh. So I got Mikey. He's small. He's the smallest of the 4.
I like Mikey. He's quite cool.
Ah, he's cool enough. Got him with his nunchucks all. What?
I've got him one nunchuck under the plastic under the arm.
See, I like the fact you can do that.
Yeah.
I don't think they've done that on purpose or not.
And I've got the what's it called?
The chain with the spike on the end.
Yeah, is it Karasumi?
I don't know.
Gara? I don't know. I do know the name for it, but I think that's wrong, what I've just said.
Well, did you say something about masturbating a Gormetti monkey?
No.
What?
Then that's not wrong then, is it?
Trying to figure out the Mikey's second weapon.
Freaking Go-Go's got one in bloody Kill Bill.
It's the the thingy he's got. The sort of the sickle.
The thingy he's got.
It's
The
the
sickle
weighted.
with the-
It's the weighted chain weapon he's got, basically.
The
Where
sickle
it's the
with
weight
the
on one end and then it's a sickle on the
Yeah.
other side of it.
the sickle with the chain. I've got a feeling it's a.
I love how Google's auto-fill-in thing was sitting there going weighted average.
Ah! The Kasuri Fundo, by any chance?
Suridama.
According to Google, it's the Kasuri Fundo.
And Google's never wrong.
Although you just maybe want to start playing a game which may or may not be stolen from another podcast. Rob, give me the first half of a sentence.
Google or Rob.
Just give me the first half.
Okay.
Unfortunately, not a single one of us is as retarded as a certain person.
No,
So it wouldn't be as fun.
I'm just intrigued to see what we get.
Every day in the course like a day on the farm.
No.
So it's got to be the beginning of a question.
So every day is like Sunday. Every day is full of colour. It's got to be a question. So,
okay.
when is every day? When is every day 2 words? When is every day a compound word? Or my personal crusade against anti-nerd humour? Okay.
There is always the question that that Sheldon was typing into Google on.
How do I excite a 12-year-old?
Yeah, how do I excite 12-year-old girls?
I will.
No! How do I export contacts from Outlook?
How do I excite my
How do
husband?
I
How do I
excite my
excite
husband?
myself? How do I excite my boyfriend? Let's put A in there. See what happens. How do I excite a woman? How do I excite a generator?
Oh, I'm going to put so much voltage through you, you dirty generator, you.
Let's put the word hairy and see what we get. How do I excite a nothing? How do I excite a slippery? How do I excite a slipper? Alright, fair news.
Let's
Stu,
move on before this gets really long.
Stu, I want the first part of a sentence from you, sir.
When will I?
When will I?
Will I be famous?
When will it snow?
When will I know? Tell you what, go with that. When will I know?
When will I know I'm pregnant? When will I know I'm... When will I know if I have Wimbledon tickets? Hang on. When will I die?
When will I see you
When
again?
will I see you again? When will I get my pension?
My pension!
When will we're putting on? Come on. If I jump, or if I jumped, give that a whirl.
If I jumped.
Off a cliff.
If I jumped off a cliff. If I jumped off the Brooklyn Bridge. If I jumped off a bridge. If I jumped on your back.
Alright, stick on there, see what happens.
If I jumped on your back, if you jumped on a train, if you jumped on the moon, if you jumped on a plane. That's a fucking Dr. Seuss rhyme right there. There you go, listeners. I think we found a new part of the show. We want the first half of a Google sentence.
That we totally didn't rip from
No,
somebody
we
else.
haven't ripped this
Hang on. How many does it take? No, just put how many. So
Okay. How many calories in an apple? How many left? How many calories in an egg? How many days until?
7.
How many cats? How many cats are there in the world? How many cat years to a human? How many cats are there in the UK? How many cats in the UK? How many cats get? How many cats get adopted each year? How many cats get euthanized each year? How many cats get run over each year? How many cats get euthanized each year? How many cats get happy? Make your cat happy. 12 steps, WikiHow. Right, I think we should move on now.
yeah.
So, you were talking about turtles.
I guess we were talking about my desire to get a Leo.
Ah, yes.
It's all about that volume balloon.
I need a raw. I need a Mikey, sorry. I need a Mikey. The annoying thing is, I know full well that I'm going to have to...
Fillet a small monkey for it.
I'm going to have to stop my streak, because I have yet to actually pay money for those turtles figures. Because I've picked up all 3... Oh, sorry, that.
Okay. We playing handy rounds.
So you were saying...
So that's what that is.
There we go.
That's not so much a burger as a combination of meat.
Yeah, I have bought... Oh, wow.
Damn you, Salt with the spout! Damn you!
Wow.
I'll fix this.
Salt and shake.
Listeners,
Before my current job, I was one of those pain shake machines.
listeners, I want you to guess what's just happened. Answers on a postcard on the nerdsphere.blogspot.com.
I'll give you a hint, it's fucking salty.
And there was some shaking involved. So yeah, all of my turtles I've bought, which is Leo, Donnie and Ralph, I've bought using Asda vouchers because Asda had them down to a £5. They've gone back up to a tenner now. I'm trying to find Mikey. It's not going well, people. It's not going well.
Well, that's the
I
payoff for
just
my...
can't get hold of them.
Yeah, they are the new Buzz Lightyear, basically. They just, especially around here, you can't keep them on the shelves.
Well, I always remember, in fact, the Toy Masters went, look at the Turtles promotion in the window. We don't have any Turtles stuff.
Had one April.
And a shell razor.
Gotta admit, the shell raisers starting to sing to me now. It's not fair.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, sorry, I do apologise. I came back in and completely interrupted your entire conversation with my need to play with Google. So
Anyway.
please carry on, Mr. Rob.
It's a nice way of me to steer the conversation towards something else.
Well, before we move off Turtles,
Yeah.
I paid £2.50 for my Michelangelo.
Good man.
Because of that Argos voucher. Down to £7.50, boom, £2.50.
So who are you missing now?
Leo and Donnie.
Mm-hmm. So none of us actually have the full set yet.
No.
No. I would love to have the full set, but
The race is on.
Who can do it first?
I'm saying one of you guys. Because at the minute I just...
Don't expect it to be me.
Nor me, to be honest.
As I was saying to Stu, I just don't have the time to actually take a trip to somewhere that might have them.
Yeah. I have discovered, however, the bus that goes up to the main Asda actually stops outside my house.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it stops right down the bottom of the street and then goes the long way around to the big Asda. So not only would I get a journey, I would actually get a nice bit of travel lodging as well. I can just sit back and watch the world go by.
Or in my case, sit back and read a book.
I like to look out windows.
So anyway, changing the subject
Mm-hmm.
just a little. To the Lenten experiment. It has started. The auctions, they went up on Sunday.
Where might we find the links for these auctions, Mr. Rob?
You will find them on the Facebook page.
On what Facebook page? Where will I find our Facebook page? What is this address?
Well, you know that thing called Facebook?
Yeah.
Yeah, you go in the search bar and you
Right.
type Rob's Lenten Experiment.
Oh my lord, sir! I don't understand. I'm from 1800s. I don't understand all these newfangled technologies.
Right, you see that thing you use to look for porn?
Oh, it shows me the titties. Yes.
Yeah. And you know that thing you use to try and spy on girls that you think are hot that you know?
Or the bushes.
No, on a computer.
No, I just use the bushes, mate. Computer? What are you on about? I'm the bushes.
This way is really this dangerous.
I'm sure people who don't live in the 1800s and is a cockney geezer with a mouthful of chicken will understand what we're on about, because I don't.
I was going to say, oh my god, Alan was breeding.
I'm from the 1800s, Governor.
Matron, there's a filthy pleb on the front steps.
Oh, I'm just cold, sir. I will come in for the warmth.
You can't afford warmth, pleb.
Possibly a sniffer of red brandy you go down a right tree, sir.
Bring forth the man cannon. Stuff him in. Fire him back into the street.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
Go on, Jenkins.
If you go to Facebook, type into the search bar Rob's Lenten Experiment, you'll find the Facebook page. All the images that I've done are up, and they've in the description of each image is a link to the eBay auction.
I bet you're really wishing you had time to draw a man cannon.
I really am. With shoes stuffed inside.
1800s cockney chimney sweep stew.
But with him, Jenkins, holding the match.
Oh, not today, sir. It's St. Swithin's Day.
You know that largest turkey in the shop?
Well, of course I do, Mr. Grufflook, sir.
I'm going to aim you at it. Fire the tramp.
Should I be really mean?
Of
Please
course.
do. We're talking about firing the homeless back into the street via the medium of cannon. So,
There's a certain picture that Timey has taken a liking to.
right. You mean
He
Tiny, aka the Time Lord, aka Matt, aka the kind of the guy who kind of runs the nerdsphere.blogspot.com type.
Yeah.
AKA the big bummer boy from bottom Belfast.
No, that'd be Phil.
You moonlight.
Nah, I heard that about him.
But
He uses a torch.
he said that he really wants one of the pictures and he would fight tooth and nail for it. If I were a mean person who wanted to squeeze the money out of people so I could give it all to charity, I would say, take him up on that challenge.
I think you should. I like this idea. It does two things. A, it makes money for charity. And B, means that Tiny's going to fight a tramp. This may seem like a long-winded way of doing things, but I think this is the way to move forward.
I wanted to fight a man for a new set of teeth. I'll take him on the eBay challenge.
I mean, there are,
Who let the tramp back in?
I'm almost
The gentleman's
up to-
club is a place for gentlemen who go to clubs, not tramps or women.
I'm almost up to 50 quid,
Good lord, sir.
which is better than last year.
As you didn't do one last year.
Not last year, the
Year before.
year before. And that's quite good. So, God knows when this will be going out. But started it on the 31st of March.
I've got an answer to your question. God knows when this is going to go out. This is going to go out exactly 19 minutes ago, people listening. As the show's now on 21 minutes, how could that be?
But yeah, you'll have until the Thursday, what is next Thursday?
Well, today's the... Don't you listen, listeners? Today's the third.
So you'll be the 11th.
I think it's the 11th then, yeah. You'll have up until the 11th to bid.
Cool.
So, get your wastes on eBay. And
Get
get
money.
raising for money for charity.
Get raising, or I will kill this small orphan boy. Don't worry about me, Governor. I'm animated. But the pain will be so very real.
Oh no, not my tiny animated son, sir.
Fire the man cannon again. Stuff in the urchin. Orphan. Starfish.
See,
I'm just a lovable street starfish.
I can't wait till Neil's a little bit older so I can watch the Muppets Christmas Carol at Christmas.
Oh, yes.
I love that.
Oh, yeah, that film's made. It's not Christmas for me unless I watch Muppets Christmas Carol and jingle all the way.
It is the closest I've got to a Christmas tradition.
And it is just brilliant. It's literally because of I saw the advert on. It was a video that my nieces had. We used to watch it all the time. And the advert for it was on, and it's just that brilliant thing of the bookkeeping staff with like another shovel full of coal for the fire. Our assets are frozen. How would the bookkeeping staff like to be suddenly unemployed? Heat wave. This is my island in the sun. And you just got they're kind of looking around like, whoop.
There's many parts of that film I love. But I think my favourite is still Marley and Marley. Well, Marley and Marley. Ooh, you're doomed, Scrooge. Doomed for all time. Love it.
It's like Muppets Treasure Island is brilliant.
Oh,
Been a long time since I've seen that.
I have the soundtrack for that somewhere. Oh my lord.
I love the when Gonzo and Rizzo in the barrel full of apples, and it's like Gonzo's just like, I feel so weird. Like, what you mean because of like this and this? He's like, yeah, that. But also my pants are full of starfish. And he just kind of looks at him and goes, you and your hobbies. It's just like one of those things. It's just kind of like, the fuck. I love Gonzo. He's awesome.
I just love the Muppets.
Hell yeah.
If there's ever a reason to get someone to love the Muppets, it's to watch the Swedish chef's chicken in the basket. Where he just gets a chicken, turns the oven on, gets the the frying pan going, grabs a chicken and just throws it through a basketball hoop. Chicken in the basket! Chocolate mousse, he just like gets like was basically a super soaker, just sprays a mousse with chocolate. Chocolate mousse. Love it.
He's brilliant.
Oh, I love the Muppets. What did you think of the film? The remake?
I've not seen it.
No?
Oh man, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. Really,
I know
really.
some people, well, certainly think of one person, who said it feels it's a bit too much like, it's a bit too much on the human characters.
Mhm.
But I ain't got a problem with that.
It got the film made, didn't it?
Well, look at Muppet Treasure Island.
Yeah.
Look at Muppet Christmas Carol.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Beloved Muppet films. Main characters ain't Muppets, are human.
Yeah, true enough. True enough. Nah, I've got no real problem.
Mm.
I think it also helps me in the fact I have no fucking idea who Jason Segel is.
That helps.
I honestly don't. I couldn't tell you a single other thing he's been in, and neither do I care. So,
He was in the Muppet movie and he's in How I Met Your Mother. That's about all I know.
I have watched a episode of How I Met Your Mother.
I couldn't even last an episode.
It was fine. It was Alison Hannigan heavy.
Oh. Sorry.
He's just thinking about Alison Hannigan.
I think he was just thinking about heavy Alison Hannigan. Have some more chips, bitch.
I love how that relationship between you two has just changed completely. You used to be feeding the breadcrumbs and I was like, eat some chips, you fucking bitch.
Go on, bitch, get the fucking chips down here. Have some- have a fucking potato.
Eat that potato, you dirty bitch. Can't chew it down now.
Don't be starting with the potatoes.
I'm gonna fucking sit here and watch you fucking eat a potato.
No, don't come into my fucking store talking about potatoes. I will violently grab the back of your head and force you towards a section, and you will listen to the fucking words that come out of my mouth.
Fucking racist bastard.
Christ, I'm like,
Is it wrong that the moment the Irish accent starts up, the only thing that goes to my head is rats? Hurry, Japanese bastards!
I caught an episode of Father Ted last night.
I have no willy.
Just Jack gets wheeled in the front room and she goes, Nuns! Nuns! Reverse! Reverse!
See, whenever Adam starts with the Irish accent, I just wait for him to start doing the blur lines.
Oh, I forgot about that.
It used to be the only way you could do an Irish accent was to start speaking like Blur.
It's true. It is true. I've tried for years to try and get an Irish accent. Couldn't do it unless I was talking like Blur. Oh, I fucking still do.
Oh, yeah. For some reason I was fixated on the 90s band. I was like, what? What's that even fucking word?
Woo! Would you like a cup of tea? Woo!
Oh, you're very big.
And a germ surney. I've gone on fucking Devonshire.
I don't know why my brain went there.
As I lay in my bed eating paper clips. Woo!
I tell you what, I love me a bit of paper clips.
Good paper clips.
I don't know where my fucking accent's coming from now, my brother. It's coming right off the fucking bars.
Mm.
Well, I've got a brand new paper clip and I'll give you the tea.
Speaking of,
That was on the air. It should have been on the ground. You shouldn't have been on the ground. You're in the air. Where are you leaving? Nowhere. That's where.
Shut up.
speaking of things that watched of late,
A sandwich fell apart.
I watched an episode of Deadliest Warrior the other day.
Right.
Uh-huh.
I did put this up on Twitter.
Ah, was it?
Yeah, I was actually quite disgusted and offended.
Yeah, it was a bit of an interesting one, wasn't it?
It's like
ooh,
I know
Is
for a
it-
fact this one was never on TV when they aired it on Sky.
Right.
Because I set them all to record through the Skybox.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched all of them. Never missed one. This one was not
See,
on.
this is going to have to be good to be better than the Taliban versus the IRA in a car park.
That's what
That's
it was.
what it was.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen that one.
That was not on Sky. I saw that one
Alright.
through Netflix.
Where I saw it as well. So I'm block watched Deadliest Warrior.
I was disgusted.
I wasn't so much disgusted, but I just kind of sat there and going, this is really kind of in poor taste.
Yeah, because it's like I get it
modern
when it's
conflict.
I get it when it's like you know.
Yeah, it's a modern conflict, but the TV show's American.
Well, that's the thing. It's like they're doing the they're doing the whole thing that they do with like when it's like William Wallace versus a Zulu or something. I mean, these are characters. These people who died a long time ago. Warfare was part of their life, sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
They were warriors, and you know you have that friendly rivalry and banter between the guys and that. But it's like the Taliban are still going around killing innocent people and that. Like the IRA is not completely gone.
No. Well, the term IRA is disbanded, so I'm sorry, I'm doing the quote marks and I can't fucking see it. The term IRA is officially disbanded, but unofficially.
You do still get like.
Of course there is. There are people whose entire lives have run around the entire learnings and being in the IRA. Shut your face. I'm talking to my phone now. Sorry, wasn't from the IRA.
But it's just like
But you're gonna have people still doing this stuff. That's why every now and again you still.
It's like when they brought in their sort of speciality weapon, which was the explosives, and it was a freaking nail bomb.
Yeah.
It's like their specialist weapon was a nail bomb, and they were just so brazenly talking about how easy it is to make, how cheap it is to make, and if you set 4 of them up on a timer, you get maximum kill range. It's like that just thoroughly disgusted me.
I can see why. I honestly can. I, however, couldn't stop laughing because it was so fucking stupid. I'm not saying that I found
the 2 guys that were in it were they quoted as being IRA?
I think they were, or they were former.
Yeah, and then you've got an Afghan freedom fighter who apparently left the country before the Taliban took over.
I think, in all honesty, this isn't a conversation we should be having here.
Nah, we need to talk about something fun.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
I will happily get into these type of conversations at any given point, but I don't think that this is the right platform.
It just riled me up.
I understand why. I do understand why.
I can't help getting riled up when I'm talking about it. But on a happier note.
Stu got me riled up earlier on because we were talking about politics.
Oh, let's not go down that.
Or to be fair, Stu mentioned something which started off in politics and he tried to escape the house.
I don't like talking about politics. I'll talk about something fun.
Go on then.
Cooking meth. I started watching. I thought I'd shout that. Me and the missus, the lovely Mrs. Slick. We recently started watching Breaking Bad. Fucking awesome series. 2 episodes in, you learn from that if a chemist tells you to get a certain type of plastic, then you should really get that kind of plastic, because otherwise the acid will leak through the person in your bathtub and the bathtub and fall into the hallway. And you will spend the next episode scooping up chunks of melted person in a dustpan and putting them in a bucket.
Lovely.
Yeah, and that's how they ended the 2nd episode. I was sold. It's like, it's been out a while, so fucking spoilers. It's not a major plot point anyway. The fucking Walter, who's the chemist, played by, I want to say, Bryan Cranston.
What else has he been in?
He was the dad in Malcolm in the Middle.
Right.
And I can't shake the idea that it's Malcolm's dad and he's just gone off the fucking rails. Because the basic idea is he finds out he's got terminal lung cancer, and he decides he needs to leave money for his wife and his unborn child and his son. So he decides, for whatever reason, to cook meth.
Okay.
Because his brother-in-law's a DEA agent. He goes on a bust, I think literally to see how the lab's set up. And he ends up with this kid who nearly gets busted. And they set up a meth lab. And he makes the perfect meth because he's a chemistry teacher and he's a genius with it. But they end up trying to deal, and the kid fucks up, and these guys try to kill him, but he ends up taking him out. So they have to dispose of one of the bodies. And he's sitting there very specifically going, you need to get this plastic. So check the bottom of the tub, it'll say this, this, and this. You need to get it. So the fucking Jesse, as he's called, in the fucking DIY shop, he's looking around, puts the tub in the aisle, nobody can see, sits in it, trying to see if he can fit himself in it, so he knows it's big enough for a body. And he doesn't fit. He comes back and he's like, Walter's not there. Walter's off doing whatever, and he's just like, oh, where the fuck am I gonna go buy a plastic tub? I got a perfectly good fucking bath right here. So he puts the body in, puts the gun in. So I think, fucking, what the fuck's he on about getting a plastic tub? And then he just comes back later and it's like, Well, it's like, so you got a soda, yeah. I just used the bathtub. And he's like, what? And you just walk into the hallway and you just see this fucking red mass and this drip from underneath the tub into the hallway, and they just like look at each other, and then all of a sudden the fucking ceiling just gives, and what's left of the bath and what's left of the person just goes about 8 foot, and he just sort of looks at him and goes, this particular type of acid eats away at ceramics and metals, but wouldn't have eaten through that plastic. That's why we didn't put him in the bathtub. Or words to that effect. And it's just like, holy shit, this series is fucking dark.
I've been watching some TV recently.
But getting watched, it's good.
It's not often that I actually get excited about TV shows.
You're watching TV?
Yeah, it just doesn't happen. However, I've got 2 UK shows to recommend.
From the UK?
Indeed. One is Black Mirror, which is now finished.
Oh.
It's 2 seasons. Each season's only 3 episodes, so, you know, there's only 6 episodes altogether. It's by Charlie Brooker, and each one is a standalone story. Ranging from...
Is that the Channel 4 thing?
Yeah, it was on Channel 4, yeah.
I wanted to see that.
Oh, it's bloody good. One of the stories which sticks in my mind is there's a implant you can get which allows you to replay your memories. Like crystal clear HD.
That would be useful.
Well, I realised that would kill me. Because all I would do is I would go back and I would re-watch possibly the worst moments of my life again and again and again and again. Because I would sit there wishing I'd done something different. And it would drive me mad. It would end me. And, I'm not going to go into the stories because I recommended you go watch them because they are fantastic. But they range from that one to... There's one of them called I'll Be Right Back, which is the single most horrific piece of television I have ever seen. It isn't gory or anything like that. It's all quite... I don't say above the board. It's all quite just there. It's all horror in a normal setting.
Okay.
But once everything in the story clicks together, you just sit there and you cannot help but have the emotional reaction of just... I've shown it to the other half, I've shown it to my brother, and I've shown it to my dad. All of them have done exactly the same thing of just trying to get their hand as far into their mouth as physically possible when you realise what's coming and then it happens. You've got about 30 seconds before it happens and it's signposted and you know it's going to happen and it happens and you're just like, fuck, no. Ooh. It actually seriously affected me and it stayed in my head for a long, long time.
Jeez.
Amazing television. Second one is a TV show that's currently doing rounds. It's called In the Flesh. I'm going to bring this up because it's that amazing thing. It's a zombie story that isn't boring the shit out of me.
Okay.
Because zombies are now officially in the realm of fuck off, I've had enough. Zombies have become boring. Because nobody's doing anything new with it. In the Flesh is, because it's set after the zombie apocalypse. Right? There is medication for the zombies, for people who are zombies. They are now called partially dead syndrome sufferers.
God.
Right?
Okay.
Wonderful government type terminology. Right? They are given medication and treated to allow them to return into normal everyday civilization. Okay?
Sounds reasonable.
Okay? There are still ferals wandering around and people, hunt them down and shoot them. But it's all about the reaction of people. Because the way that the zombies work in this is, if you get bitten, you don't turn into a zombie. Just over a certain period of time, anybody who was dead rose from the grave and was a zombie. Right? And they're called rotters, by the way, which I fucking love. I love that name. And it follows this one kid who committed suicide. Rose has been treated and is now back with his parents. Right? And it's just all the stuff that's happening around him and all the things that happen. It is some of the most tense television I've ever seen.
Yeah.
A boy going into a pub to see his mate should not be tense.
No.
But it is. Because it's a boiling point. They have a piece of the pub set up for, PBS, a PDS sufferers section. So they're segmented away from the normal community.
They're segregated.
They're segregated, sorry. And nobody is acknowledging the fact that one of these guys is a zombie because he's a war hero. And he's the son of the head zombie hunter. right?
Mm.
And his dad is not accepting the fact that he's actually one of these rotters, that he has to take this medication to not be a zombie. Because if they stop taking the medication, they instantly, well, not instantly, but over time they go back to their feral nature. They have to stay on the medication for forever. You're just sitting there, just gripping the arms of your chair. As all they're doing is sitting having a pint. And you just go, this is gonna fucking explode any second. No, fucking hell. There's this guy the guy who is the zombie everyone knows is a zombie, looks fine. You know, he isn't rotted, he's got this wonderful makeup and contact lenses and stuff in, it's fantastic. He doesn't look like a zombie. The guy that nobody is accepting as a zombie has his face stapled on.
Nice.
It is so well done, and I recommend it wholeheartedly.
That does sound good, actually.
Oh, it's an amazing TV series. Absolutely amazing.
I'll have a word with the missus and...
I'm flying the banner for this one because it's British TV that's good. Right? And I want if British TV starts getting interesting again, I'll be a happy man. If it's not just fucking I'm a celebrity, put me down the blender. You know, or Jordan's greatest make-out moments.
Oh god, don't get me started.
Fucking put her in a fucking blender, waste of my oxygen.
Alright, I'm going to mention something.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys watch Walking Dead or not?
No.
No.
Oh, finale for season 4? 3? I don't know, the season finale was on top of it. Really weird one, because it didn't like, no spoilers, but it didn't like have like a big like, oh my god, look at this big action climax!
Yeah.
It was just very tense all the way through and then ended.
Mm-hmm.
Really good and kind of layers it for the next season.
See, Becca's talking about wanting to get back into Walking Dead, but I just can't be bothered with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
I watched the first series and I quite loved it. You know?
Yeah.
And then that second season, I was all geared up for it, and nothing happened.
Yeah.
And
That's
nothing
exactly what happened. What I've
And then
heard
nothing happened.
is if you jump from the first series to halfway through the second, ignore, is it the first 3 or the first 2 episodes or something?
I wouldn't say, I've heard this from multiple people, I don't get it.
No?
That's perfect, to me, that's a perfectly fine season.
Yeah, okay.
That-
It lost my
It's
interest.
like, I don't get the, well, nothing happened, though, because they're fucking in one place trying to find somebody. And they can't find somebody, that's where it's going.
Yeah, but
I'm not gonna get into it.
there was no tension to it, that's the problem. It was just some people wandering around the woods.
There was the the thing of it was a thing of going to the school to get the supplies and all that with douchebag McDouche and just doing his usual douchebag thing. But it was
Just
like,
douching away.
Hang on, I'm just having thoughts of what happens in season 2. Yeah, you definitely fucking watch season 2. Yeah, because they don't go. Yeah, okay, they don't go from the farm. But guess what? Season 3, they don't really move from the prison.
The prison was so good in the comics.
Yeah, and something else worth mentioning. Governor in the show is messed up. Governor in the comics, holy fuck!
Oh yeah, yeah.
But no, there's some really good stuff in season 2. Some unfortunate casualties.
well, we watched all the way up to the mid-season break.
There's the
season 2.
problem.
Yeah,
Mid-season
that's probably
break.
mid-season breaks.
Yeah, mid-season breaks are killers. I haven't come back to Turtles since the mid-season break.
And even then, the episodes are spotty at best.
Yeah.
I think it's only been 2
That's the thing. They don't seem to give a crap when it's a kids show.
No,
Mm.
no.
I think that's one of the reasons that I know you weren't a fan of the show anyways, but I think that's one of the reasons that Young Justice.
It's
Didn't
certainly
get
why
picked
me
up.
and Slick never went any further with it.
Because it was never on.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be still in production, but it was never on.
Yeah.
I heard it was cancelled, absolutely gutted, and thought I'd better see if I can find like the last couple of episodes or whatever. And there was like 10 episodes for us to download for the end of the season. It was just like, why weren't these aired?
God knows. Oh, did anyone watch the Green Lantern series?
No, but I heard good things. But I can't.
I downloaded some of the episodes. I got the first episode, and it was like, yeah, it's alright, I'll give it a go. And then I tried to get some more episodes, and nothing I had would actually play the files.
Oh, right.
So I just kind of gave up with that.
I couldn't get away with the look of it.
Bruce Timm stars don't work in CGI.
Bruce Timm stars CGI. I was like,
It's kind of ugly. I think it's the best way to put
it
it.
really didn't work, which is a shame because apparently it's a fairly good series.
But yeah, I was rather disappointed in the new thing that Cartoon Network is doing. Teen Titans Go. Well, Teen Titans, I thought was a brilliant series.
When it was good, it was top-notch, incredible good. But there's quite a lot in Teen Titans that just got on my wick.
See, I loved it because it was that nice level of silly and action.
Oh yeah.
You had the action fight with the bad guy, but then a lot of it was just this silly stuff that was just them hanging out as not even as just regular teenagers, because it was always like super powered.
Yeah.
Super
powered shenanigans.
Yeah, it was good. It was great fun. And it's like this new series is like supposed to have taken out most of the action because it's just supposed to be them living together.
But have you seen the designs?
It's Powerpuff fucking Girls.
Yeah, they're super chippied.
Yeah,
and I don't understand how that's a TV show.
It's just Flash animation is cheap and easy to do.
Yeah, it is a shame.
That's all it is.
I mean, to be honest with you, Teen Titans has some of my favourite moments in DC animated history. Not all of them, obviously, because most of them go to Batman, the animated series, because God, I could rank myself happy over that series any day of the week. But little things like the entire Red X saga.
Oh,
he
that was
was
cool.
That
brilliant.
was fantastic. Deathstroke himself, so Slade, because you can't call him Deathstroke, the Terminator on a kids show. Slade was just amazing.
Because he was Ron Perlman.
Because he was Ron Perlman. But that entire thing of, you can call me father. I already have a father. Doodly-doo-doo.
That was brilliant.
Yes! Kick his ass, Robin!
But it's like, the thing with Red X just left you wanting more.
Yeah, it was really, it was well written, well paced, really good
You
television.
never really found out who X was.
No.
It's like, that's driven me nuts because I really want to know who that is.
It's time to admit it wasn't big.
Oh, damn you, Stu.
Now my evil plan is complete.
I would like to move away from TV for a little while if possible.
Okay.
'Cause we didn't actually mean to talk about TV, we just kind of did. I want to talk about some toys.
Really? Toys?
Toys.
Toys, what?
Because since we've last recorded, I actually have quite a few toys to talk
We've
about.
had like how many things today alone?
Well, yes, but we'll come to the Paul's big package in a minute.
Oh.
First up, I want to talk about the Hawkeye Mecha Whale. It's fucking gorgeous. It's a whale in an alien's power suit.
Mental. He's got Gatling guns all over him.
It has a posable tail. Right? He's got big arms to hit and smash.
With Gatling guns
His
on.
mouth moves. There are 2 water cannons underneath his head to keep him damp.
He has Gatling guns in his robot armpits.
It's got... Oh. The only thing I'd say is I wish that the legs moved. But then again, if the legs moved, the weight of it would just completely wreck it.
Let's have a look.
I'll be honest, I was expecting more...
Movement.
Yeah, more posability stuff from it. It's literally just... The shoulders go 360 and the forearm swivel and that's it. I was honestly expecting more.
Yeah, I was myself.
It's a cool design, don't get me wrong, it's cool, but
Just for something to have on the shelf, though, I'm a big fan of it.
as a piece of interest, it is literally what the fuck is that? Oh, it's a mecha whale.
Yeah, man. I don't regret it in the slightest. I am happy I got it.
It's always good when you mecha purchases go, I don't regret that.
No.
You look at its flaws and go, I don't regret that.
There are elements I wish that were different, but I'm happy with it as it is. It is really cool. On the other hand, on the complete other side of the spectrum, I got some Mini-Mates Battle Beasts. They're shit. They're fucking horrendous. I got the Goat and the Scorpion. See, his arms just come off. I got the Goat and the Scorpion. My idea was to buy them to take... I've just broken him. His arm is actually just snapped in half.
Oh, Christ on a bike.
Jesus fucking Christ. I bought them for parts for various customs and kit bashes I'm going to be doing over the next few months. The other arms just fell off. I'm going to put them down. They are awful. They are fucking god awful. They are just horrendously bad, and you know what I'm saying? I don't regret the Mecha Whale. If it wasn't for the fact that I'm going to be chopping these into little tiny bits in the next few weeks, I would regret buying these.
Ooh.
Awful. One thing I don't regret is I bought myself some Gometti. Now, Gometti, way back when, were blind pack single thing figures that reminded me of Monster in Your Pocket. Right? They have since gone on to become all different types of things, 6-inch figures and the like. You know. They're an utter failure of a toy line outside of Spain, it seems. So as a result...
They have their own video game.
Yep, yeah. Did it sell?
No. Actually, I had someone asking for it the other day.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
I bet you it's because these things are in home bargains.
No, I think he was Spanish.
Ah, well, that would explain it. Now, these things, I have to admit, are pretty cool because they are blind packed. They are completely and utterly interchangeable. You can take all the limbs and heads off and everything. So that's pretty cool. The designs and colours are actually quite cool. And most importantly, they're 40 pence each.
The truth reveals itself at last.
I just went in, dropped a couple of quid and got a couple of packs. Yeah, they're really good fun. I really like them. It's some review fodder for me in the upcoming weeks. And finally, before I go into the big package, I want to talk about something very cool. I have been getting into Glyos of late.
Slightly.
The Glyos system. Well, not slightly. I have 3 figures, 3 Glyos
But
figures.
it's all you seem to be going on about lately.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I apologise.
Well,
It's
no,
'cause
I'm
there's
not
that one.
complaining, you're excited about it. I'm not going to tell you to shut the fuck up. You're excited.
There's
I know
loads
I'm
of
like
it.
at times.
There is absolutely loads of it out there, and it's all different things. So I'm just sort of playing around, seeing what I can find. You know, seeing things I like. I ordered from Spy Monkey Creations one of their weaponies of Munkar.
One car.
I was expecting something the size of an Armivore, which is maybe 3 inches. What I got is a bit bigger than 3 inches. These things are gigantic, and they're big, and they're chunky, and they're hefty, and they're completely interchangeable, and you can do all sorts with them. As me and Stu discovered earlier on, where we gave one of them helicopter blades.
Nice.
But that's not how he looks. That's not how he looks.
No.
They're just great fun to play with.
Because the way you've got it now, you swapped around the head and the hand that I did.
Mm-hmm.
So I had there's like a red dome head that's spiky. I had that as his fist, and
Yeah.
then there's like a clenched fist which has a face printed on it. So I had that as the head.
See,
With green bits coming out the sides.
the cool thing about these things is everything has more than one use. So fist becomes a head.
Nice.
You know, it's little cool things like that. The on the back, if Mr. Rob can see, what's actually the helicopter blades is in fact a gun, unless you turn it that way, and then it's under the head.
Oh no, Rob has an owie. Now he has 2 owies. Yup, that's live mecha whale juggling, ladies and gentlemen.
And it's just fired a missile.
What?
That's interesting.
Oh no.
So yeah,
That's amazing.
yeah, the weaponies of Munkar, yeah, really good stuff. The Glyos system is just brilliant. You can do whatever the hell you like with it.
Yeah. I do sit there looking at, you know, well, what did they say? I was messing around. Why isn't somebody done a modular?
Yeah.
I'm not that big a Masters fan, but you know what I do remember being a kid and playing with that modular and going, oh my god, I can put his legs where? There!
I will have to show you Zoop at some point. Zoop is quite an interesting looking toy design. It's all interlocking bars
Oh, okay.
to make whatever you want. But it's like each bar has, I think it's 8 areas to lock
Oh,
with anything else. So you've got different types of... You can make joint systems and finger joint systems and everything with it. It's pretty cool.
Finger joints.
So that's what I've got, apart from... All I'm going to say is Paul Sugarbear, Logan Blaze Anderson, sent me a package. It's fucking huge, and is full of all the joys of nature and spring and robotics. And a picture, which I think Rob's actually squirreled away a part of his person and is taking home.
No, he's really not. It scares me.
Is it in your bag there, Rob? Is it in your bag?
Did you put it in my
No,
bag?
I haven't put it in your bag at all. I'm just wondering if it's in your bag. Just wondering if that's where you've scrolled it away.
If it is, I'm not touching it to get it out.
So if it is in there, you're going to keep it because it's a wonderful picture. Are you going to frame it? Oh man, I'm going to get that picture framed for you.
It's not in my bag.
Oh, so you haven't put it in your bag?
No.
I told you I hadn't. Call me a liar. So yeah, Paul, thank you very much, man. It is an absolute awesome box. I'm still digging my way through the things that are in that.
So you didn't film it?
I did film it. There's a video up on YouTube.
Where would we find this YouTube video, Uncle Aaron?
If you go to YouTube and just type in unwrapping Paul's big package, you'll find it.
You might find some other stuff as well.
Anybody else got anything else?
I want to mention something.
Yeah.
And guess what? It's actually vaguely on topic. It's Transformers. While the food was arriving, me and Mr. Rob discussed the fact that I'd got my car crash and my T-bone.
Ooh.
You'll just have to listen to it early. I'm not going to repeat it. But on the I actually saw something today which made me regret starting down that purchase.
Right.
I wish I'd held out for the Mastermind Creations Feral Rex.
Oh, that thing is looking.
The coloured picture of it's up. Oh my lord, that's a thing of beauty.
Let's have a look.
Hang on.
It is looking
He's there
far
already.
too nice.
Look
Oh,
at that, like, he's beautiful.
I do like the recoloured RC as well.
Yeah, oh god. I think that was like part of an April Fool's joke, but man, if that came out, I'd be kind of tempted.
That thing just looks amazing, like, doesn't it?
It really,
That is nice.
I wonder how much that's going to cost altogether.
oh god knows.
Won't be cheap.
I know because there's two companies doing them at once as such.
Mm-hmm.
There's somebody else doing that Predicking. I know each group is doing like, hey, if you pre-order really early, you'll get a discount.
Aye.
And part of me does wish almost that I'd passed on the Stundercons and gone with them, but the Stundercons is good.
Mm-hmm. Everything I've heard and seen of them is that they are really, really good.
Oh, for the fun, still afford both.
Yes. I'm going to admit though, out of every third-party combiner I've seen of late, that Predicking is the one that's really something to me. I wouldn't mind that. Wouldn't mind it. The amount it's going to bloody cost, it has to be a bit more than wouldn't mind, wouldn't it?
Also, can I want to put out a general request to third-party groups. Can we have some Autobot combiners now, please? I know TFC's doing a superior on the aerial bots, but there's some more than those, guys.
Is there?
Technobots.
Yep, which, who's doing the Abominus?
TFC at some point, I think.
Alright, well, in that case they're doing Technobots as well.
Okay, and Defensor. And the train dudes, can't figure them. From Headmasters.
Thomas.
Six Train.
Thomas. No, not Six Train, it's
Rail Racer.
Raiden.
Oh, yeah.
You know, from Headmasters.
You completely spoiled my joke.
Yeah, no, fuck you. Spoiled his joke too, fuck them all.
Man, I want to see a third-party Rail Racer. Because it's fucking expensive to buy the original Rail Racer.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I sold mine too early.
Sorry.
That's alright, I'm blaming you.
I was like Rail Racer. It was always cool.
I still have my built-in.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, I just really like that combiner.
Mm-hmm.
I've still got
When it's in full combine mode, yeah, that thing is really nice looking.
individual modes is a bit meh, but
yeah.
full
It's actually a
mode.
weird one. It's I realised I missed that aesthetic. You know, the RID Armada to a point, Energon and Cybertron. I miss that blocky aesthetic. Weird, isn't it? It's a really strange one. I've realised why the stuff that's coming out isn't grabbing me as much, because it's too smooth. I like block and big chunky arms. I want my Cybertron brush guard to come back. Scattershot.
I still love that fucking that Malthus bloody Cybertron defense scattershot.
Oh yeah, that thing is gorgeous.
I've got drop shot. I almost want overload.
Yeah, yeah.
And I always want to catch because I think that mold's awesome.
What about Flock?
Yeah.
Popcorn
I
Flock.
actually quite like that. I don't know why I think it gets so much grief. I like it.
Does it?
Apparently so.
It's a bit of a shame. I like Flock.
Careful, you're getting very close to Frost.
Frost and the headmasters. Could be worse.
Go on.
Could be
Oh,
Grindrod. Power dive.
I've been reading the
Swoop. Slay.
the trade paperbacks I got of More Than Meets the Eye. It's just some of the stuff in there that I'd forgotten. Brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the that was Prowl. What? The Prowl? No. He changed his name to Dent after to avoid confusion. He called himself Dent.
All the best.
All the best names are taken.
Oh, I do love that.
They actually mention that again, don't they? When,
Yeah.
Who was it? The guys who turns into the leg. Oh, what's he called?
First aid. No, red alert.
The Ambulon.
Oh yes, I'm with you now. Sorry.
Ambulon from the from whatever language it is, meaning
To ambulate.
To ambulate. He just kind of like goes, yeah, all the best names are taken. Genius.
There's lots in. I don't really want to go into Mon Meets the Eye and Robots in Disguise where we are now, but I do think we need to sit down and roundtable these things. Time's getting on. There's lots of stuff happen now, and
I am definitely buying the third trade paperback.
mm-hmm.
I'm gonna save some pennies up for that, and I think I might pre-order the. I think I might pre-order the fourth one as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm just loving reading them in a big batch.
Yeah. Well, I have a tendency of doing that. I think it was 3 weeks ago. I just got every issue that I've got of Mother Meets the Eye and just read it cover to cover, went right the way through. So much fun. However, that is it 12 and 13? Or is it 11 and 12? The one that ends with Cyclonus and everybody trapped with the bomb. And then the next issue just picks up and carries on, and that never gets mentioned again.
Yeah.
That disconnect between those two issues, I'm wondering if that's going to be Spotlight Trail Cutter.
Which force field first.
Which is a nice way of moving on to say, so, Spotlight Trail Cutter. I'm not going to say much. All I'm going to say is, this is... Can't even say it. You do this face.
Actually, that's unfair. It's more like this.
Fucking genius.
I love World.
Do you want some more Transformers-based stuffiness?
Of course I do.
Right, well, Lorenzo di Bonaventure, which is an
Bonaventure.
amazing name. Lorenzo di Bonaventure.
Di Bonaventure.
The current Shadow Man.
Di Bonaventure.
I like the idea that he's actually some kind of Cajun dude who is the current Shadow Man.
Di Bonaventure.
Di Bonaventure. Not my
The
bone.
bone venture.
Not my bone.
Not my bone.
Not my bones. Not my skull.
Not my Ralph Bones.
Not my Ralph. This is my Ralph.
Not
Blood! Good Ralph. Good Pitbull.
Boris the Tsar Bushkin.
Boris, this is Bushkin. Use Ralph as mask. Put mask on head. Get power.
All I can think of now
Right,
is wit is good, sign of reliability.
that is way the Ralph.
Boris the fucking bullet, don't you?
Why'd they call him the bullet dodger? He dodges bullets.
Boris, you motherfucking Tsar. Yeah, a fucking king.
Bloody hell, Tom. What's it for? He's protection. From who? The Germans.
I want you to imagine this sequence of events.
Okay.
Oh, not a sequence of events.
It's a hypothetical sequence of events
Oh, no,
from
a hypothetical
from a
sequence of
hypothetical
events.
movie that I've now just created in my head.
Oh, God.
I am Goro, Prince of the Armies of Outworld. No, sorry. General of the Armies of Outworld and Prince of the Subterranean Realm of Shokan.
Subterranean? Is that something like underground? At home, I am Tsar.
I'll
All
give
of
you
them
back home.
It is. I have a Ralph.
She's got like this little sock puppet of Ralph because the actual Ralph's run away. The day that Ralph ran away, Boris was standing on top of his mansion going,
Why didn't I break his legs?
For me, it was a Tuesday.
The day that Ralph ran away was the most important day of his life. For Boris. Tuesday. Clone him.
You know the
Called him, pay me my tribute.
you know the demotivational pictures.
mm-hmm.
It was one of them of the bison thing.
Mhm.
It was that picture that he has hanging on his wall.
Yes.
That fantastic picture.
Oh, with him on the horse.
Yeah.
That picture, and it just said underneath, for me it was Tuesday.
Ah,
I still think the best one is drive me closer, I want to hit them with my sword. So anyhow, to go back to what we were trying to say, the current Shadow Man, Lorenzo di Bonaventure.
Bonaventure.
Sorry, Lorenzo di Bonaventure.
Bonaventure.
Bonaventure. Did you trip your trigger?
Get the fuck on with it.
Has been asked, for he is a producer of the Transformers and G.I. Joe films, he has been asked, if, given the success of Marvel's Avengers and a possible Justice League movie in the works, never going to happen.
There's a porno of it.
There is a porno of it, and there is already a Justice League movie from 1994.
God, you know what fucking...
Yes, that's what
of
happens in
all
porn
the-
films.
Of all the people who tweet this, right, Mr. Pointyhead, who used to do the Xbox Insider or whatever it was called thing, tweeted up a picture of the adult actress dressed as Wonder Woman, and the costume, honest to God, not joking around and shit, that costume looked really fucking good. Like, I would have expected that in a movie, this sounds terrible, like a proper, fully fledged movie.
No, you're absolutely right.
Not a movie where she's going to take a shot in the mouth.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. There are movies. Porn movies are not movies. Movies have scripts. Porn has women cracked off their tits with a man off screen with a shotgun, making sure that they do the work.
God.
That's not a joke.
God.
Welcome to the porn industry. It ain't pleasant. That's how porn got started. It was women who owed too much money, and there would just be a guy with a gun off screen, basically saying, "Get on with it."
Get on with it.
Anyhow, speaking of getting on with it, this producer, Bonaventure, has been asked if there was a chance of a Transformers and G.I. Joe crossover movie. What he says is a myriad maze of amusement.
Okay.
Because he goes through so many words just to say a very simple answer.
No.
Typical
Yes.
movie producer bullshit.
He says,
I guess it is possible. I don't know. I think at the moment I resist it. I don't know necessarily why, but I think there is so much that is so rich in both mythologies that I don't think they need to draw from each other. I think
Did order side. That's all I can think of.
you never see the eyes in a demon till him come. I did not rule it out for me.
but anyway, he basically goes on for a paragraph and a half just saying,
No. He says, I don't know where these movies are, but I know what these movies are. You decide! Never see the eyes of the demon. Tell him, come call. Mr. Policeman.
Speaking of one of those franchises.
speaking, because you were with words, moving on.
Speaking of one of those franchises, I went to see the.
You went to see
Latest
G.I.
Joe.
Joe, real American hero. G.I. Joe is there.
Without being any spoilery,
Mm-hmm.
it was good fun.
Yeah.
I can't quite decide if I liked it more or less than the first one. It's
Would
really
you say
weird.
it's a different beast?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Is it more of a action film rather than a sci-fi film. Because let's admit, the first G.I. Joe film is a sci-fi movie. It's not an action movie, it's a science fiction movie.
With action in it.
With action in it, yeah. But this looked like it was more of just a balls-out action movie.
Yeah, pretty much. To be honest, pretty much everyone knows what happens in that movie. The fact of Duke and what's his face, Roadblock, and the reason why they had to delay it.
So how much is Channing Tatum now in it?
He's only in it for the first 10 minutes, right?
Alright. Does he go into a coma?
Yeah, I was going to say, did they hastily dub over, he's gone into a coma?
Now this is something...
Is it spoiler territory?
It's...
If it's spoiler territory, just tell us to shut the fuck up and move on.
It's not really spoiler territory, because I'm pretty sure everyone who has any interest in the film knows what happens.
I have, and I haven't.
Well, basically, you've just been talking about it.
I don't know what happens to Channing. As far as I'm concerned, he got shot in the head with a snake bullet, and now he's in a coma. Because of Ben Serpento.
Eat your
wheat cakes! Does that mean that we've both got really good timing or really bad timing?
I don't know.
No, I won't say anything.
I think
just
we need
in
to eat
case,
some fucking wheat cakes.
just in case I'm going to say something and,
Play safe.
somebody...
Say it in code. Well,
let's just say there was 3 girls sat behind me
And 2 cups.
who had come to that movie just because old Tatum was in it.
Right. And they didn't stay for The Rock. They didn't stay for the Thunder
No, they
Cookie.
stayed for the entire
right, okay. I thought
film, but you could hear them going, "What? What? Eh?" Quite loudly in the cinema. Me and Becca, we were on about our 3rd face palm at this point. Because the best one they did was whilst watching the trailers, a trailer for Oblivion came on.
Oh, yeah.
The new
Tom Cruise
sci-fi thing.
I'm interested in that one.
Oh, it looks very, very nicely done. The effects in it look brilliant, and the whole idea is kind of quite nice.
It is grasping my cookies. The
best bit being, one of them got all hoity-toity at the end of it, saying, "I don't see how they can call it that. That's stupid. It's nothing like the game." At that point, me and Becca face-palmed, and I resisted the urge to turn around saying, "The game is called The Elder Scrolls 4. Oblivion is the subtitle."
Yeah, right.
But no, I just left it.
I feel a good reaction would have been to spin around when you say grab the chair and go, "Really? Really?"
In the
Maybe I
background,
should
you
just
stew pissing on things. Angry!
Maybe I should just stood up like this and gone, "Seriously?"
What you should have done is called in the Old Oil Houseian Gentlemen's Club to...
We would have dealt with this matter. Women by themselves with no chaperone.
Excuse me, women having an opinion.
Good Lord, sir, where is your husband?
Although it was quite funny though, because throughout most of the rest of the film, they were going, "They can't kill him off. They can't kill him off as well." And it was just kind of like, I just felt like turning around and saying, just because the main hero is in a pinch, it doesn't mean he's going to die. That's how they make a movie interesting.
See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is why women should not be allowed out of the household without a chaperone.
Every time.
Women often get these ideas wrong.
Every time that's...
Why you don't let them in?
I'm going to throw something at you. I'm really going to throw something at you.
Sorry. Great, continue.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Every time The Rock got in a fight, they kept going on about, are they going to kill him off? And the amount of times there's a fight in that movie.
They're not going to kill him off. See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Women without a husband in a public place by themselves, no doubt with their ankles showing. Good Lord, sir, it's a terrible matter.
I think somehow
I actually
they shouldn't
think
be
it was probably.
tickets.
I think it was actually a.
How did they even? Good Lord, how did they even get to that
Bomb.
location?
No, it's part of my vacuum cleaner.
See, he's knows how to dismantle it because he's a man. However, he doesn't know how to use it because he's not a woman.
I call it a vacuum cleaner because Hoover is a trademark name. Not many people know that. What? J. Edgar Hoover formed the FBI. He had nothing to do with vacuum cleaners. Pray, continue. Help me.
So,
I must admit, I was. You actually have some fun hanging from your feet.
Some in my throat as well.
I'm not sure I quite liked Snake Eyes' costume as well.
oh, really?
Yeah, it just didn't seem to work for
From
me.
what I've seen, I prefer it because
No, I preferred it because it didn't have the mouth and that. When I saw all the trailers, but I don't know, I don't
Is
know
it
if
because the helmet's more of a crash helmet than it is a,
head mask.
I don't know, I
Face
forget,
mask.
a latex overskin?
Gimsuit.
I don't know. I don't know what it was. It was the. It just the whole thing just didn't seem to fit. I don't know if it's still the fact that he seems too big.
Ray Park's put on some mass like.
Yeah. I mean, he's big in that.
Alright, that's weird.
But it's just no. I mean, even in the first movie, Snake Eyes looked a bit too big.
You think?
I like him.
You think?
Yeah.
I suppose he wasn't lithe.
Yeah.
But then again, he didn't have the awesome pants that he had in Renegades. God, I
They
miss
were
I missed the first half of Renegades.
Yep,
Such a
before
great-
the new was ending and went, oh shit!
Ah, fuck it, whatever.
I liked all of it.
The
Just
second
felt
half,
too rushed.
yeah, it needed more time to let things happen.
True, but for what they did with it, you know, I liked it.
Yeah.
But no, it was a fun film, and I would recommend people go see it because it was a fun evening.
Did you view it in 3D?
I did, and I kind of wish I didn't.
Oh, good lord.
It wasn't bad. It didn't really overuse anything. It was just a lot of the times when there was shit flying everywhere, it was kind of a bit too much.
Was it one of those films where it's like, hey, look at this subtle 3D, or was it just like, a 3D, shoving it in your face?
I found it was quite subtle, the 3D. It just added depth to the
that's
movie.
good.
There was not really any sort of like jump in your face. This scene was specifically designed for 3D. Or I didn't find that anyways, but as I say, there was a few bits where things were exploding all over the place, shit was going down, and it was just, everything was in your face, and it was just kind of like, you know, it was just kind of like, yeah, too much, I'm going to take the glasses off for 5 minutes. But no, it was good. There was an interesting weapon there, but I shall discuss that with you off air, because I don't want to be spoilery. But go see it, it's good fun.
Just because you've mentioned interesting weapons, it's something that I've raised on the show before because I really enjoy it. I know when the first trailer came out, it was really interesting. And the black trailer for Ruby came out,
Oh, yes.
which is the Rooster Teeth Monty on animated thing. The weapons in that are really interesting.
Yeah.
In this black trailer, because basically it looks like this dude's got a pistol katana or a rifle katana. So kind of like the red idea where it's using some of the momentum of the shots, but on a smaller scale. But then the one that is actually, you know, is black, is the, you know, it's weird. Really weird, because she's almost using it like a sword and a gun, and then what we were talking about before with Mikey's weapon. You know, the length of chain string rope, whatever, with the weight on the end, but you use your body to flick around. I just thought, what the fuck? And apparently Yellows is going to be even crazier. Or even more impressive.
Nice.
I really want to see some more of this. I want to see a proper episode. They're getting there. I think I was listening to the show to the Rooster Teeth podcast the other day, saying that they've got episodes fully dialogued now. But Monty is like going through every single frame and polishing it and making sure it looks pretty.
Very nice.
Well, there are a couple of things that to fire through, I think.
Oh, can I mention it quickly? Because I know you guys have. I think, I can't remember if you said you watched it or not. Prime's back!
Yes, Transformers Prime is back.
Hooray!
Yes.
I need to get that.
It's, so far, really good. Really good.
It definitely feels like there should have been one big movie.
Yeah, it's doing my nutting and having to wait each
that
week.
shows.
Yeah, completely. But I'm alright with that. It's one of those things. To be honest with you, more has happened in 2 episodes than has interested me. Than a lot of season 2. Although I was thinking about this. Right, imagine if season 3 of Prime is incredible. Right? And then you could just go to people and say, I like Transformers. There was that one season which was alright. Yeah, there were some really good elements. There were some really silly ones. Season 2 was utter shite, and season 3 got really good. What was it called? And you would say...
Well, some people would say animated.
Yes, I would. Yes, I would. I remember internet. I remember. You all said it at the time. Oh, they're pissing and moaning. Yeah,
it will retroactively make it awesome, is what you're saying.
Yeah. I'm putting my money on that one. Prime will come to an end, and people will just go, no! Because season 3 was good.
I fully admit the times in season 2 I was just like, oh great, fetch quest.
Yeah. Oh yeah, completely. They just ran out of steam very quickly.
But looking at it as a whole and retroactively, hopefully season 3 will pick it back.
Hopefully.
It's like recently I've been looking back at Forza and going, I actually really like that series. But then my brain says they're going, yeah, it goes fucking nowhere. But why shouldn't I enjoy it?
Yeah.
I still enjoy elements of it.
Good. I'm glad.
Space Time is still awesome.
Should we do the LucasArts thing and then move to the Twitter and call it a night?
Can we quickly mention this, because I haven't seen this?
Yes, there is a third-party toy company called Mech Ideas.
Which is the guys who did Apex and Geminus.
Yes. Fuck me, I want them now.
I know. Damn you, Stunticons!
I cannot add anything. Oh, I can't buy anything at the moment, unfortunately. I've got about 40 quid of play money with me each month, and that's it now. Yay! Thanks, Tories, you twats. Right, so the Mech Ideas have made a little hint for what they've got coming up in their Techno Tunes Titans line, which is not a name I enjoy. I prefer calling it a Triple T! Yo!
Triple T up in this bitch!
You want to bounce some Triple T?
Yeah.
And I've just realised I'm about to show you something which is going to really upset you. Don't tell your wife.
Okay.
Because the entire idea of the Triple T is that they are making Transformers animated toys.
Okay.
Pipes and Huffer in the Mario world is the teaser image for their first 2 releases out the gate.
Nice.
And if you don't get the reference, it's because Pipes and Huffer were made to look like Mario and Luigi in Transformers animated.
Because they're plumbers in the Triple T. Triple T.
In this biatch.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, I think. I'm intrigued to see what these things are going to look like.
It kind of looks like they've got a Cybertronian van mode, like Ratchet/Ironhide, but with a different truck cab. I'm interested to see how they go with this, because this is...
I think
it's animated.
She knows that there's animated third party, but I'm not sure if she's interested.
Wait until there's pictures.
Well, if you're going to talk about game stuff,
Triple T.
one thing I am interested in is apparently, I think it's tomorrow, the Darksiders license actually goes up for auction. Obviously THQ went. A lot of their licenses were picked up.
Is that the legal term?
Yes, it is. A lot of their licenses were picked up. Darksiders wasn't one of them, which I was gutted about because the actual head of Vigil Games, I think it was, turned around and said, "Oh well, no Darksiders 3. Ban goes 4-player co-op."
4-player co-op on a hack and slash game.
Think about it.
Be fucking
That's the
gauntlet.
Four Horsemen.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I think you've said that wrong. I think what you actually meant to say there was... Oh.
He did it, so I'm going to do it. Oh, now I think you'll find that there are actually 6 horsemen. You forgot Hor and Ainul. So it would have to be a 6-player co-op.
Oh no. I see that you live a life without strawberries.
In my cave I grow a hardy fungus which provides me with all of my fibre-based needs. It also provides a great hallucinogenic, and using that I first invented Drudge Dread. But at the time I was so high, I actually thought I'd invented a pencil.
That wasn't actually fungus. It was a rock.
And I'm well aware that it was a rock, but I painted it like a whore.
Stop licking the rock.
Apparently, one of the people interested is Crytek.
Alright.
Because they, I don't know if this is just, places like Eurogamer putting 2 and 2 together and getting 17, but Crytek actually took on most of Vigil Studios stuff, so I'm hoping to do something with it because I would fucking love another game. As long as they didn't make it quite as monotonous as the second one and more like the first game, then I would love to see that story continue because I really did get into that story. It's a really nice idea.
What happens if it goes the way of TV series around the world now and it gets finished in a comic book?
I'd probably buy the comic actually.
This isn't me taking the piss, this is an actual question.
No, I'd probably buy the comic because the teaser comic that they did for the first one was fucking gorgeous.
I can see this being one of those things when a game gets cancelled or you don't get any more sequels to it. I can see comic companies picking up licenses. Because movie tie-ins and things are, I think, going to start dying out in the not too distant future.
Yeah.
So they're always going to look for a new franchise to be able to use.
I mean, that's the thing. I really love the idea of it. You got quite a bit of story in the second one about the actual who the horsemen were, but it didn't really progress anything because it was simply all about Death trying to clear his brother's name.
I'm sorry, a thought just flashed through my mind. I need to find a Bane mask.
Right.
We need to find a Taz. We need to strap the Bane mask on Taz, super glue it on so he can't take it back off again. I'll just walk behind him doing the Bane voice.
No, you've got to get him to do the Bane voice.
No, you get a big jacket to look like Bane's and you just step in the back of the jacket.
Yes.
And we put little speakers in the mouth.
Oh, I like this idea.
From the League of Shadows.
Happy New Year!
From the League of Shadows.
The combo breaker.
Oh, God.
Dusty.
Did you?
This guy's voice is starting to really get on my nerves.
Did you actually watch the last update video I did for the Linton Experiment?
Yes, I did.
Because I was letting my wife watch it.
Letting your wife watch it, were you?
Good Lord, son! Giving her access to television and video programming.
Calm down.
Good Lord!
Calm down. You're about to have a corner.
I almost dropped my pipe. Oh,
My
Lord, sir.
newspaper. Onto
She
my slippers in the
She actually
fire.
had to rewind the bit with the Mortal Kombat thinking about 3 times and then just kind of go, what? And she's like, you were never a Mortal Kombat gamer, were you? And she just went, no. I had to actually explain the whole thing to her.
I have decided I want to bring Killer Instinct back.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. Because it's the way you move to that killer
So, LucasArts.
Actually, can I raise a quick thing, because this kind of ties in with the whole buying of the game. And Saints Row 4.
Yes.
Holy shit, that thing looks like it's drinking Wackaday juice out of a
That game has literally gone, hey, there's the shark, let's jump in a rocket-powered, super cyclone, penis-shaped, powered crazy mobile.
Yep.
And I fucking love it for it.
I actually watched that trailer whilst in my man cave, whilst Neve was asleep. So I was literally biting my hand so I didn't laugh.
It's that section where they realise they've left out a letter. That bloody killed me.
Well, for me, it was the fact that, I mean, obviously they'd like to just do stuff crazy in that game, but it's like when you have the nude dude walking, and rather than just have all the pixelated naughty bits out, you've got that big long blacked bit, and then it just keeps swinging. It's just...
What fucking gets me is from the premise of where it starts is, you are the President of the United States of America.
Well,
I'm sold on that context alone. Good morning,
the,
Mr. President. Sold!
Apparently the add-on that was supposed to be released for it, the Enter the Dominatrix.
Oh, for Saints Row the 3rd.
Yeah, that's basically most of that's gone into.
Yeah, I remember
Saints
hearing
Row
about that.
4.
They're going to do...
Because it was going to be too big an it was going to be too big an add-on for a download on Xbox Live, so it was actually coming to disc. But they basically just decided they were going to cram it all into Saints Row 4 instead.
Alright, happy with that.
I'm going to eat that up like Saints Row the 3rd. Oh god, I lived that game for a while. That's all I played. It's one of the few games I've maxed out.
Yeah,
all the DLC, all the achievements, everything you can do with my game I've done.
That same with me. It is pretty much the only game I've done that with.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a Halo fan. I haven't even done that with Halo.
I was never going to do that with Halo 3 because you need to get a freaking overkill with a Spartan laser. A, I'm shit with a Spartan laser, and B, I never played anything but team games.
So anyhow, breaking news. Because we are moving along now, so I want to start closing this down. Disney's pulled the plug on LucasArts. Such masters of such games that are named things like Day of the Tentacle, Full Throttle, Grim Fandango. Some of the greatest point-and-click games that have ever been made.
See, a lot of people have been... I've seen, actually, while I've been flicking through Twitter while I've been chatting. I want to confirm this. Did LucasArts make Star Wars Connect?
I don't actually know.
Because a lot of people are going, oh, LucasArts, everybody's missing it, but look at the last game they made.
Yeah, Star Wars Connect was fucking brilliant. It had that dance bit.
God!
They had that like shitty game attached to it as well, but that dancing section. Han Solo, Han Solo, Han Solo. Yeah, man. Dance.
Anyway.
Yeah, but I thought it might go like this because Disney have their own game studio. So
It's been written on the wall for quite some time.
yeah, they own the rights to pretty much all Star Wars. So, but you know, saying that, it may mean that we get something new and nice with the license.
You
may not get 1313.
Or Battlefront 3 or whatever it was going to be called, but
I mean, they did do some really good games like
they're famous for really good games. Friggin' just off the top of my head, all the
Split Second
freaking
was amazing for Disney, and they did one thing that no other car game had done, and that was move the hood.
Not the hood.
Because you know, like most sort of car games where you can see like your speedometer and all that, and it's all like up in the corners out the way and everything. It means you have to look away from your car and look away from the road to check everything.
Checking your speed, what?
Whereas they had basically in Split Second, all they had was like your boost bar and everything. But it was all behind the car.
That's cool.
If you look back through LucasArts over the last few years, you can really see where this was actually going to go. Their releases have just been ridiculous. 2011, they released Lego Star Wars 3: The Clone Wars, which was actually developed by Traveller's Tales. They killed Star Wars Galaxies in the end of 2011. Acquired a license from Epic Games to use the Unreal 3 engine for a few things. Star Wars 1313, which was now cancelled. Before Lego Star Wars, there was the Monkey Island games, which they brought back out. Before that was Star Wars: The Clone Wars, Republic Heroes. Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic, which they actually was done by BioWare. Force Unleashed. Mercenaries 2: World in Flames in 2007.
That wasn't a bad game.
2005 was Star Wars: Republic Commando.
That wasn't bad either.
No, but what I'm saying is they're few and far between.
Mm.
Once you go past about 2000, 2002, yes, it's actually 2002, they just drop off completely and they actually slim down a hell of a lot. That's a bit of a shame. Oh well, it's a shame. But yeah, as I say, the writing was on the wall for them for quite some time.
It's like when they removed the license for comics from Dark Horse. I don't think it was ever like. I don't think anybody went, "Oh my god, I can't believe it." It's just, see how coming.
Well, at least someone from Naughty Dog was kind enough to.
Somebody retweeted that actually. I can't remember who it was, but I picked up on that before on Twitter. Basically, somebody from Naughty Dog just went, "We are hiring at all departments. Anybody who has recently lost their job from Lucas, give us a shout."
I thought it was quite nice.
So, should we move on to the Twitter challenge and start closing it down for the night?
Yes, we shall.
Okay then.
Oh, does that mean I can take my pants off?
Yes, it does.
Yay!
Yeah. Now it's time to get out the ladybirds in the jam.
Ladybirds and jam!
Hardest engine wins. What was the question?
It was, what would be your nightmare moment in your geekdom?
Okay. So, shall I do it or does anybody else want to do it?
You do it. You're up there and close. You like the sound of your own voice anyway.
No, I don't.
Yeah, I don't
I
either.
like you all listening to my voice, but I like to listen to it. Oh my God, Ralph, you're amazing. In answer to this question, Ralph Stardubbing from the Stardub podcast says, "The moon may be an odd mistress, but in the jellies of the sea, no wrestlers are in league with the space cows. Tick tock, tick tock, tick 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 tock tock tick tick tock. Oh fuck, it's the frog. Wash my dishes for me. Wash them hard, surf." True fact, there is a knockoff version of Grufflock who frequents my local pub. He even has a hat.
Is Ralph on that pain medication again?
I love Ralph. I really do. My world would be a sadder place without Ralph. It really would. The lovely Mrs. Slick says, George Romero doing Fast Zombies would suck.
It's true.
Yeah. I think George Romero kind of... I don't want to say it because it sounds horrible, but I think George Romero can't do those films anymore. I think the world's moved on without him, unfortunately, in a lot of ways. Sad but true. Doesn't mean he isn't a lovely fella, because he is. Ralph returns by saying, "Shakin' Stevens, eh? Just explain that."
He's shaking and he's Stephen.
Yeah, he's shaking Stevens.
He's got Parkinson's, but he's somehow repressing it via the medium of rock and roll music.
Okay, I'm happy with that. The lovely Mrs. Slick also says, Han Solo shooting second would kill me. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Nice.
What if he shot third? What if it was Han Solo, what was that guy's name? Greedo, and E.T., and E.T. shot first.
Of course you would. E.T.'s a prick.
But E.T. had the body of a T-Rex.
Because he drank all the beers in the fridge again after like a drunk.
Oh no, it's potato.
I actually found out something the other day. You know that sequence was filmed? The person inside the suit was a child with no legs. He was an amputee.
Horrible, in a way.
But that's how I think that I don't know if it was for all. I think it might have been for all, but that's there was a child who was, for whatever reason, amputated legs.
Oh, lovely.
That's why he had that sort of
That
way he
wobble,
walked.
yeah. Okay. Who actually enjoyed E.T. as a kid? Because I hated it.
Never really got on it.
Interesting.
I still can't watch it.
No, not because I find it painful. I just find it shit. And I found it shit as a kid as well. And the only thing that I enjoy about that film now is the fact that all the guns now are walkie-talkies. In the special edition, they removed all the guns. They're now walkie-talkies. I kid you not. Timey-Wimey says, Watership down. That's
What?
true. It is a nightmare, but is it a nightmare in his geek? Is Timey a rabbit geek?
It could be.
Does he like sit outside Warren's waiting for them
Possibly.
so he can have a collection?
It's anything that's small and furry
Does he troop build shrews?
on his penis.
Can you imagine if you had like stuffed shrews but you had them in G.I. Joe outfits? Wow.
You know, if you actually get
G.I. Shrew.
you actually get one of his business cards that says Matt Clark, shrew fucker.
Shrew fucking across the universe. Only going forward, because that's where the shrews are. Ralph continues with Yartek, leader of the alien horde.
Fair dues.
Which is then followed up with
I think he goes into a bit of a musical solo there.
Leisure Hunter, the Ninja Hunter, says, it has already happened repeatedly, this incessant need to romanticize the fucking undead. Twilight, Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast? Would you
I'm lost on
say
that one.
Beauty and the Beast is undead?
No, he's a cursed prince who's very
Hang on.
much alive.
What about this new series?
Ah.
Because I don't know anything about it, I just know there's a new series.
Me neither.
There's a new Beauty and the Beast series where he looks normal until he gets angry or something.
You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
God.
Yeah.
Oh look, I like the old 80s Beauty and the Beast series. Ron Perlman in the mask.
I was about to say, Perlman.
And
Fucking mess.
Sarah
Yeah.
Connor. Sarah Connor fucks the Beast.
Hmm?
She's Sarah motherfucking Connor.
Oh God, what is it? Oh God, I watched a freaking review of a movie today. It's called Dungeon Master. It's got Wasp in it. Yeah, it's weird. It's almost like I know this is completely off tangent, but it's also who gives a shit. I'm trying to remember the basic premise is this dude is a computer programmer. He's he's a whiz, and he's found a way to connect his head to his computer. But his girlfriend's all pissed off about it. So some evil immortal dude who lives in some realm kidnaps his girlfriend and him through the computer. And then he sets him a set of challenges where he has to fight various things. And the idea is that for each challenge, a different director and writer has done it for each section. And one of them, he has to fight Wasp.
It's because he's a wild child, he's gonna love you, he wants you.
Also because, animal, a fuck like a beast! And
It's been far too long.
if memory serves, he finds out that he can fight Wasp via music, so his computer, which is now with this wrist-mounted thing, creates music which destroys Wasp. And so he can rescue his girl from the evils of Wasp.
Are we seeing a future quick change the channel here?
No, because I
No.
think that'd be the only bit we'd really be into.
Oh.
Because there's some stop motiony stuff from one of the dudes who was worked with or worked under Harryhausen.
Nice.
I think Tricky's
It's
just
kind of weird.
typed via the wrong Twitter account. Because I didn't write the idea of somebody remaking either the engine or Morph fills me with fear. I didn't write that. Especially as it's towards the old oil house, from the old oil house. So either Tricky is on the wrong Twitter account, or...
Our Twitter account is sentient.
Yeah, sentient and talking to itself. But yes, Tricky, I agree. The idea of somebody remaking either the engine or Morph is a terrifying image. Leisure Hunter continues. Star Wars 1 and Independence Day. And any zombie movie in the last 10 years, apart from Zombieland and Shaun of the Dead. When did Shaun of the Dead come out?
A while ago.
I was going to say it's close to 10 years.
Shut up.
I got a film for
Moving on.
2003.
Moving on.
Wild Bill says, still stand by Independence Day as a guilty pleasure. Godzilla, however, was a low time for that same director. There's a question for you. Independence Day.
Alright.
Fun film or shit film?
Alright.
Fun film.
Yeah, I think it's
Because it's our Independence Day. America.
America.
Hurrah.
Red the world don't save nothing.
Hurrah. Don't say a word from aliens.
I
Well, the other hand-
kind of fast forward that bit because it just kind of makes me feel a bit sick.
On the other hand, Will Smith punching an alien in the face. Welcome to Earth.
Well, yeah,
That was brilliant. That.
Will Smith is going to head up the first alien tourist boat.
Yeah,
And that's all you'll see is clips of him punching an alien in the face and fighting aliens in Men in Black.
I
And
do
he'll
love
just stand at the
the.
door and just go, what? Fucking bring it.
Everyone's being shot down. Yeah, he's got time to say, "You did not shoot that green shit at me." Love that.
People he knows are fighting and dying. He's like, oh, you didn't shoot that green shit at me.
Has anybody watched Men in Black 3 yet?
Yes.
Isn't it good?
I actually
Yeah.
enjoyed it. I enjoyed
good.
it more than I thought I would.
Yeah.
And why can I not think of his name?
Not Tim Curry. I don't know. Josh Brolin.
That's it. Josh Brolin does
Josh
a
Brolin.
really good job.
Me and Sal sort of sat there just going,
Uh,
what?
Mate,
it's-
give it a watch.
Oh, it really
honestly, yeah, I think I prefer it to 2.
Yeah, very much so. It's as good as 1, easily. I actually think that it kind of skips 2 out and just goes from 1 to 2. Like 1 to 3, sorry.
I was about to say skips 2 out and then goes 1 to 2.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, it goes 1, 2, 3. Yeah, see?
3
Like-
to 3.
Sorry, just tricky realising. Liza Rooter also says, Gods, I forgot Godzilla, it felt God not to remember it, damn you. That really is a horrible, horrible...
Tell him to watch Final Wars, it makes it
To
all
be honest,
better.
although Godzilla is a really bad movie, I think it is one of my guilty pleasures.
Really?
It's a lot of fish.
Yeah. It's one of those things
You
where
had this coffee?
the French dudes make it for me. They're hilarious.
Jean Reno?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He's brilliant. Absolutely
Running
brilliant.
would be a good idea.
And
I agree, he is brilliant.
the whole thing of I really sorry for saying this, but the American mindset of he did all this damage and we did nothing to him. No, you just said, oh look, here's all this fish, and then shot him a shitload of times. What the fuck did you think he was gonna do?
Give birth to velociraptors
Uh-huh.
on rollerblades.
They weren't on rollerblades, they were falling on the balls.
In my mind, they're on rollerblades.
But yeah, on that context, go watch Godzilla Final Wars. It makes that video a lot better.
Yeah, yeah.
For those who don't know,
I've enjoyed the Millennium
Zilla
series.
shows up and goes, "Eh," and Godzilla just beats the shit out of him and then blasts him to death with his nuclear fire breath.
Blowing up the
In
Sydney Opera
Yeah,
House.
it does it in like less than a minute.
That's
And
It's
this
fucking Godzilla, son! King of the monsters!
alien in charge just goes, next! It's really good.
Also, everybody should watch Godzilla vs. Destroyer! Because that's awesome.
There's a lot of Godzilla films. One day I will actually get my plan of a day of
I need to
Godzilla
watch
up
them
and
all.
running.
Because what's the one you said? You sent me Destroyer.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I did tell it right. Destroyer! And, Giant Monsters All
Yeah,
Out.
All Out
That
Giant
was
Monsters.
pretty fucking good as well.
Yeah, how great is All Out Giant Monsters Attack?
I need some Mecha Godzilla though.
Tokyo SOS, man. You need to watch Tokyo SOS. That's a good one.
Oh, I've got a week off. Maybe I can spend it playing Skyrim and watching Godzilla films.
I'll hook you up, man. I'll hook you up. Stardoing finishes it off with, Ivar's engine brings the gift of death to mankind.
That's our Ralph. Don't ever change.
Liza Rooter continues by saying, finally thought you'd never leave the closet. I think that's actually responding to something else. Ralph
trapped in a closet.
Ralph is also on my Twitter feed saying the Ready Breck man needs to die.
Ready Breck, man.
And the Hun Bear, who I believe is the first time poster on the Twitter challenge.
Oh man.
New Twitter poster.
Oh, bear. Is he a German bear?
Possibly.
Guten Morgen, mein Herr.
Guten Morgen, Frauenheim. No ticket.
Guten Morgen, Herr Bear.
Guten Morgen, Care Bear.
Ja, es ist gut.
Moving on.
Essen die Scheiße.
The Hun Bear says, probably if every toy I own wound up broken one day by malignant gremlins, that would be terrifying.
yes.
That would be horrible.
Malignant Gremlins, no. Me with a hammer, maybe.
I like to think that at this point, the Hun Bear's actually won the Twitter challenge. Just because of how much of a nightmare that is. Imagine if you woke up one morning and all your toys were broken.
That would be horrific.
Granted, Ralph actually wins it, but Ralph wins every week.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ralph's got his own scoring system. Jetfire 2009, the other Rob, says, Kays, I got one 5-year-old Darth Vader. It's hard to be scared of him now. when you remember that he was once a whiny little brat.
What's an angel?
It's what you're going to see once I slowly choke the life out
It's
of
cold
you.
in space.
That's because there's no oxygen.
Oh, just like pod racing. Shut up, Jake. Go get a fucking turbo, man.
Come on, Anakin. Off into space with you. Don't forget to hold your breath. Fucking move! Move! Meow. That's how Star Wars became happier, and the theme tune actually goes do 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 do. I like that version better. Tricky says, "Sorry, Dad. You're grounded."
Oh no.
Maria Smith says, "Dragon Ball. That was battles." So many levels. She also continues to say, "When I say Dragon Ball, I mean the awful live-action movie, not the animated series."
Yeah. Still a film which I have never seen all of and never intend to see all of.
I've not seen a single second of it, and I feel like I win.
I think you did.
Fucking terrible.
I honestly.
Is it the worst one you've ever seen?
Oh, that is
Quite possibly, yes.
Yeah. What would come close? I'm trying to scale it against things that I've seen. What would be the closest to the badness that is Dragon Ball? Avatar, Last Airbender?
Yes.
I haven't seen that
you know
either.
what? I actually tried watching that. I didn't even make. Did I even? I don't even think I made it to when he wakes up in the iceberg. You know. I just started watching it and I just went, "This feels wrong."
It's fucking atrocious.
Can you think of any other films to put on the same level of shitness?
I want to say Da Vinci Code,
I haven't seen that either.
Not seen
but
that.
that may be
Oh.
my attachment, you know, because I don't know the background. I'm not fussed where that came from, but
I read the book and discovered one very important thing. With the right angle and the right wind, you can throw that book like nothing else.
well, here's
He went to
my
the river.
I had two main problems with this film,
Hmm.
and I'm sure I've probably said it before. I'm going to say it anyway. One, you do not have a hymnal music or church-sounding music for a car chase, because that shit just does not sound right. Right?
I
This
actually
is
quite
what
like
happened
this
at one point
idea.
of it. Chasing through each other through Paris, and it's like a hymnal in the background.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, that doesn't build tension. That just didn't work. And the thing that really fucked the shit out of it, I nearly got me kicked out of my own house by Jane and Amanda, was at the opening of the film, you've got the dude running around the museum because he knows the secret.
Mm-hmm.
And that crazy fucking monk played by Reese Ifans is coming to kill him. And he's all locked in this caged area, and Reese Ifans stabs him through the bars. And then goes off stumbling. And a gut wound is a fairly bleed potential wound and takes a long time to die. So Reese Ifans just fucks off. So between this dude getting stabbed and then them finding his body, he may have set some of this up beforehand. Okay, he sets up a bunch of puzzles on the wall in light reactive paint, so you need like a black light, I think it was, for Tom Hanks to decipher. He also puts a pattern on the floor in his own blood, dropping hints for Tom Hanks. Okay, this is feasible. It takes a while to die. However, for him to have done that, he needs to have also mopped up the excess blood while he was bleeding and then laid himself in a certain position. And this took me completely out of the movie. When they were watching it, I just sat there going, duh, 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 oh, he's been stabbed, duh, duh, duh. I found the body. I looked at the body and went, fuck off. And they looked at me like I was mad, and I just went, and then I explained, well, he's been stabbed. The blood should be everywhere. Oh, he's left this. Look at this. He's left this clue for me. Oh, I can see him with this light. It's like, fuck off! I will spend an elaborate amount of time setting up intricate sets and mysteries while I bleed to death instead of going to the fucking hospital. So I didn't watch most of that film. I left the room and read my book.
And that's why that book went down the river Derwent. For that exact reason. Because I just sort of went, no. I have read shit mysteries before. I'm not doing so again.
Yeah.
River Derwent with you.
Apparently, the original Da Vinci Code was the first sort of book of fiction.
Oh, right. Sorry. Yeah.
The actual
Yeah, I'm with you
the
now,
original version of the Da Vinci Code
Mhm, yeah.
was the actual first work of fiction to be printed.
Nostradamus prophecies.
Okay.
I'll probably think of some more if I really wanted to be cheeky and annoying.
I don't know.
But I really can't be bothered. Samuel Mayhart's Book of Good Clean Cooking, published on stone in the year 7. No?
Nah.
Well, with that then, and the fact that apparently the saving grace for Dragon Ball the movie is it lasts 63 minutes. 63 minutes?
Yeah, it's short as fuck.
An hour and 3 minutes?
Yep.
Yeah.
Fuck off!
Yeah, it's fucking short as shit.
That's...
Now come on, this is the film that originally when they started doing it, Piccolo was normal skin tone. He was human coloured.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't green, and then they went, oh, people think you should be green. Maybe we should make him green.
No, I think it was what's his name, James Masters, who got him green, because apparently James Masters is a big fan of the Dragon Ball series, and apparently had blazing rows with the director over what he was doing.
Good.
Wow.
Because they kept wanting... Basically, this director didn't know very much about Dragon Ball and thought he was just making a children's kung fu movie. And basically, all he knew of Dragon Ball was the Dragon Ball Z stuff with Good Piccolo, and trying to get him to play it like Good Piccolo, and he just kept saying, like, no, you do realise that I'm supposed to be evil, I'm supposed to be the bad guy.
I've just had a thought. I didn't check on this. It's Dragon Ball related. Oh god, I've never put Dragon Ball in my search on IMDb. Ugh.
Well, as you're doing that, I'm going to mention some tweets I've just seen.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're closing down, god damn it. The Movie Bob has got a couple of tweets here which I want to read out because I think they're really funny. If The President in Danger is the new Die Hard movies, can someone just make Bad Dudes as a movie now, please?
Yes!
Oh no, this gets better. Get like John Cena or Vin Diesel or whoever, give them black tank tops and some ninjas to fight, you got a movie. Or possibly Mark Wahlberg, because he deadpans real good. How come only the red guys get swords? I'm there, man. I'm right there. I want to see Bad Dudes in the movie. Right, can we close it down?
I get on.
Alright, we are closing down now, even though there is now a conversation between ourselves, Maria Aerosmith and Wild Bill, talking about Newcastle to go see Doom. Fair enough. So, folks, we will see you next time. Rob, we'll start with you. If people want to find you, where can they find you at?
You can find me at my home.
Don't fucking say that, man. You'll end up with like all your groupies outside, rubbing the knees, going, oof,
Yeah, that could be scary.
Iranu.
You can find me at Chaos MV, which is Chaos MV with a KH rather than a CH.
Mm-hmm.
Because he doesn't know how to spell properly.
Because he knows that Beware the Batman's main villain is going to be Anarchy.
What?
The new Batman series. Beware the Batman. The CG animated Batman series. Main villain's Anarchy.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Talk about missing the point, like.
Yeah.
Well done.
Anarchy wasn't a villain, technically.
Anarchy, Professor Pig, and Dr. Frog, is it? No, Dr. Toad.
I'm gonna keep Dr. Frog is from League of Super Evil.
Yes.
And
You
the
can
only reason I
also,
remember that is because it's the opening thing was of Dr. Frog!
You can also find me on my website, www.chaosmv.com, and also on the Lenten Experiment
On Facebook.
on the old Facebook. Just search for Rob's Lenten Experiment.
Indeed. Stu.
You can find me in your local 1800 Cockney gutter, being beaten upon by those that are better than me. Thank you, sir.
Robert. Bring forth the manhammer.
In reality, you can find me where you find this here podcast, and you can find me on the internet at Dark Ages. There we go. Don't go looking for me elsewhere because I will cut your fucking teeth out.
So what you're saying is you can find everybody at www.oldoilhouse.co.uk
Yes.
/podcast
Yes.
/login.
Yes.
Mm.
Backslash.
What about sideways
Bare
slash?
ass.
Look, I wouldn't want a sideways slash. You dick full of holes for that. And you can find me at Gruffluck on Twitter. I'm also in other places. You can find me there if you look. Go on, I dare you. You win a prize. And with that, we are exactly at 2 hours now, so we are going. Good night, everybody. God bless. Frog! Yes. Frogs are full of fibre.
Timmy Mallet, whack-a-day, calling from his standards gay, shaking back, cracker jack, who did shoot J.R.? Pac-Man, He-Man, tape cassette, Walkman, Buckaroo, Emu, Michael Knight's car. Goonies, Crankies, Filofax and Yuppies, Lockerbie, you and me, John Lennon shot dead. Mr. Men, Mr. Ben, Angie Watts, Dirty Dan, Swap Shop, Tiz was Charles and I getting wet. Didn't own an iPad, never heard of texting, only teletexting. We never owned an iPad, never used the sat nav, only old AA maps. Space Raiders, Star Vaders, our white secret lemonaders, moon boot, shell suits, Michael Jackson's black. Willy Wonka, water plunker, playing with your favorite Tonka. Mrs. Mangle, eating spangles, ammo high on smack. Mr. T.E.T. wearing pants for P.E. Hungry hippos and fox, double denim, Fraggle Rock, speaking spell, Chaz and Dave, acid house in all the raves, gremlins were being mean, 19. We didn't own an iPad, never heard of texting, only teletexting. We never owned an iPad, never used the sat nav, only old AA maps. Shoulder pads, crazy dads being kicked in the nats, jelly shoes, naked gun, Dusty Bin 3-2-1, BMX, Mag Will, Sonny in his espadrilles, Rollin' Rat, Top Cat, Michael Fish, you lying twat. Brookside Connect 4, Big Daddy, Falklands War, VHS, Big Hair, Cheryl Baker's underwear, Bullseye, Mr. Claypole, Devastation in Chernobyl, Soda Stream, Elvis dead, Lionel Richie's model hair. We didn't own an iPad, never heard of texting, only teletexting. We never owned an iPad, never used the sat nav, only old AA maps. Rubik's Cubes are the rage, Tommy Cooper dies on stage, Space the Sport Rick, Maradona was a brick, Ronald Reagan, Iron Lady, Blind Date and a test tube baby, Steve Davis, different class, Annika Rice's ass, reading biz, smash hits, Berlin Wall, smash the bits, Freddy Krueger, I'm afraid, rocking out to Live Aid. We didn't own an iPad, never heard of texting, only teletexting. We never owned an iPad, never used the sat nav, only old AA maps. Chopper Grifter, different strokes, shut the dog, John Noakes, Eric Markham, Ernie Wise, watching Eddie Eagle fly, Metal Mickey, Mega Margaret, drink Kiara with my dog, Button Moon, Love Boat, half pennies, pound notes, Zippy George, Frankie says, swimming in my PJs, stir crazy fame and bot, can I have a pee please Bob, Monkey Magic play away, shops so closed on Sunday, Commodore 64, I can't take it anymore. We didn't own an iPad, never heard of texting, only teletexting. We never owned an iPad, never used the sat nav, only old AA maps. We never had a mobile, all our phones had wires and TVs were hired. We never owned a mobile, never had PlayStations, just imaginations. We never owned an iPad, never stabbed each other, just collected rubbers. We never owned an iPad, never wore long trousers, played in camps for hours. And now I'm that much older, it seems a world away.